This is a little schema that taken from the previous table. Here are the variables that we take into consideration in soil health. The data sources that it is useful to detect these variables is of course IoTs and field sensors. And also use soil observatory, as we see later on. The goals is to monitor the soil and plant health, gas emission, and support sustainable farming practices. Here, as you can see, okay, the soils, health, the variables, the data sources, and so the technology that we are going to apply to detect these variables is the IoTs and field sensors. We have many sensors in the farm sector, and but not all of them are relevant to detect sustainable variables for the CAPSP monitoring. But the ones that are used to analyze the soil health, the plant health, or the gas emissions give us the information if a farm meet the environmental sustainable variables or not. So the soil moisture sensor, nutrient monitors, and pH detectors allow us for continuous tracking of the soil parameters, enable better and efficient and faster monitoring of the soil health or the soil parameters. Uh, mm, Although these technologies are used nowadays, especially at farm level, we believe that they can support compliance with the CAP objectives related to sustainable agriculture, environmental protection, and climate change mitigation. Try to facilitate a more accurate and faster reporting on soil condition and also their impact on the crop yields itself. What are the roles of the sensors for the soil health? Well, the sensors are useful especially to provide unique and real-time data unavailable from other sources. Talking about soil and soil parameters, I would like to recall the attention on the fact that most of the analysis on the soil parameters pass by the laboratory analysis. It means that you have to go in the field, take a piece of land, bring it to the laboratory, make the exam on the status of the soil, and so it's a long-lasting process. Using soil sensors, and especially nowadays are testing new sensors that are very close to what the analyses are going to do, can give us a real-time data, very fast data that are not possible with other sources. Also for utilizing earth observation, for example. Earth observation cannot give a full spectrum of the nature of the soil. Another role that the sensors play is that they support evidence of sustainable farm practices. Exactly. So detecting, okay, if you are able to detect the soil health, you also go back and try to see, for example, why a soil health is not good enough because of the use of farm practices that are not environmental friendly or they are wrong for certain parameters. then give us the possibility to monitor soil health and plant health and gas emission. And also, okay, they can give us feedback on environmental impact of agriculture activities. It's very important also to underline the fact that the spatial and temporal data gathered from the sensors can be also integrated into geographic information systems and other analytical platform, and that then can provide us a comprehensive view of soil health across regions. So mixing together sensors with GIS systems, they can give us a regional overview of the soil health rather than just only a single farm. What is the importance of a potential use of the sensors in the CAP monitoring? Because they enable precise and continuous soils monitoring. A continuous soils monitoring because the sensors are always there, supports a sustainable agriculture and climate mitigation goals. Okay, facilitates accurate reporting and soil conditions and enhance CAP strategic plans performance evaluation. What are the advantages on utilizing the IoT systems and the sensors? They automate data collections, so they need, and so and we arrive to the second point. So it means that reduce manual fields inspections, as I said in the second slides. And also they can provide early warnings on soil degradation, nutrient depletion, and water scarcity. And support GIS integration for regional soil health insights. This is a technical the technical data flows that we envisage for this soil health. So basically, the sensors capture the soils data on the field. Then there will be a gateway that perform the processing of this data. The data will be transmitted to CAP administrative or statistical database via APIs. Okay, the security ensured through HTTPS plus a token authorization. Then, thanks also here to the Farm Management Information System dashboard summarize data for policymakers. And from the other way around, the farmer receives alerts and metrics via AIS and mobile. The actors involved in this user stories are, of course, the farmers that deploy the sensors and manage the land. Then here we have the technology providers that install and maintain the IoT systems in the fields and in the farmers. And then we have the policymakers that evaluate the CAP compliance and adapt strategic plans and can also evaluate the data coming from the sensors. The type of data that these sensors can collect potentially by the sensor data are the PHE, NP, CAPE value, the moisture, the temperature, and organic matter. Then we have the metadata as GPS, timestamps, crop type, and farming practices. Other sensor can detect the environmental data at weather, forecast, irrigation, and also the water use. Then the administrative data can detect farm boundaries, KP subsidies, and compliance records. We envisage that there are some relevant CAP indicators and legislation that these user stories can take into consideration and touch. So we have the result indicators, for example, the R19 PR that improving and protecting the soil. Then we have also impact indicator as the carbon sequestration in aggregation of land. Data supports CO2 emissions and sequestration models, and they are relevant, and it's relevant also for the GAIC 5 for the soil erosion and for GAIC 6 of soil cover. Also for these news stories, we utilize this graphic workflow. On the left, we have the on-farm data, and we see that we applied IoT's visual sensors, soil sensors, with the use also with the Earth observation data sources. Another important things that we can use on the on-farm data is the EU soil observatories that serve us as base map, okay, of the situation. Via API systems, this data has to go also at farm level to an farm management information system. The farm management information system very useful also in this case, as in this case that Alberto show us before, because the farm management information system in any case could be also a complex systems that can create dashboards that can visually represent easily the digital soil health as a dashboard, and can give us also, thanks to the GIS information, real-time soil health maps. So the farm management information system is very useful, I would say also mandatory, to receive the data from the IoT sensor and transform that in something that we can visualize. Then also with the API, this data can go to the CAP-related administrative database, and like IAX or LPIS. Okay, LPIX is part of IAX, and non-CAP related statistics one. Here, I believe I would like to say that FADN, FSDN, in my opinion, is a CAP-related statistical system, but it's a parenthesis. And here we can this data, this administrative CAP related database can make their own, that they can collect all this data, and they can be transformed in something that can be useful to monitor the sustainability of the soil health as one of the CAP variables. Okay, then we went through Italian case studies. Sorry. In our case, we try to understand the importance of this new tool, the called policy monitoring tool, that is basically a digital dashboard that needs no that help the policy makers to track, evaluate, and understand the implementation and the impact of agricultural policies. It works for integrating diverse data sets, observation data, GIS layers, aerostats, FNDN, blah, 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 and transforming them into something visual, georeference, and insight at regional and local level. And it is designed to align the CAP intervention with the CSP goals. The output of the Italian case studies was the evaluation of these PMT performance in the Italian strategic papers. integrate of heterogeneous data sets, support to policymakers via intuitive visual insight and dashboards, and methodology for replication in 2027 and 2030 new CAP. The risk that we envisage on this Italian case study was that the data interoperability and availability could be an issue, and we experience ourselves during the Italian use case because this we didn't find this data interoperability. So we went just through a showcase of what this instrument can support. There is a limited stakeholders engagement is another potential risk in utilizing this instrument. Could be another potential risk in the technical complexity of the use of the system for personals that are is not technical, and there is could be a potential challenge into scaling it to a national level. The utility of the instrument that we showed during the use case was the clear visualization of complex data, a regional and sub-regional insights, a usefulness for both ex-ante and ex-post analysis. In the beginning, we thought that this instrument could be potential usable for ex-post evaluation of the strategy papers, but speaking with the auditors that participate to the Italian case studies, has been evident that the result of the utilize such of this this tool could be potential interesting also for the ex-ante evaluation. Limitation identify was the CRAP area focus not at farm level. The lack of national data sets reduces immediate applicability and need for a better UI and stakeholders training. The conclusion of the Italian use cases of the Italian case study is that the tool shows a strong potential for CAP monitoring in Italy, but not just in Italy. A flexible, user-friendly, integrates multiple data sources, relevant across the entire policy cycles. In fact, it can be used in ex-ante and ex-post evaluation and requires stronger data sharing frameworks. Okay, thank you.